Howdy, y'all. I got a 2004 Honda Odyssey here, and I got a problem with the heating and the air conditioning. I'm not going to turn it on like some of those other videos out there do because you can't see the hot or the cold air. So I'm just going to tell you that it ain't working right. You put it on hot and it's warm. You put it on cold and it's warm. So you got warm air. So if that's what you want, then I guess you don't have a problem. But me, I like to be cold when it's hot outside, and I like to be hot when it's cold outside. So what I did was I went on the interwebs there and clicked around on some videos, and I found some stuff that talked about some stuff that just wasn't right. So I figured, well, I got to just look at this myself and figure out what the heck's wrong here. So I looked at a bunch of stuff and figured out that a bunch of stuff was working fine, and then I looked at another thing and found it was broken. So I'm not going to show you all the stuff that I did that ended up in dead ends. I'm just going to skip right to the part where I talk about how to fix the problem. So there's some videos out there that tell you that the fix to this problem is on the driver's side and other stuff, and that's not the case. This is on the passenger side. So this is once again a 2004 Honda Odyssey, however you say it. And if you look right here, this is what your dash should look like. If it looks different than this, you know, don't look at this radio thing here. This didn't come with the car. This stuff did. So if your bits look like these bits, then this is probably what you want to do if you're having this problem. So basically you change this thing here and the temperature don't change. It just stays warm. Okay, so we're gonna go under here where the passenger puts their feet, and you're probably gonna want to pull this thing right here. It just got some little pull popper thingers, so you just pull on that and maybe pull this away a little bit. All right, and that just comes off like that. No screws, just these little popper daubers. All right, then once you get up under here, you're gonna see this little bit right here. I think they call it an actuator. So you probably don't need to pull the battery or anything. Maybe make sure the car is off. But you just push up on this little tab right here and pull out this little electrical connector, just like that. And you can see I already got some of the screws loose. Actually, I've already had this bit out. I've already done all this just to make sure it works. So this is staged, kind of like in the movies. Anyways. All right, so come back up here real quick. I'm gonna just show you some of the tools you're gonna need for this whole ordeal. All right, so we got the little squeezer pincher things here. You know, some sort of pliers. I got a, it's a 9/32 socket, and the ratchet to move that socket. A little flat blade screwdriver. And you know, you could probably just use this, but if you got something like this might come in handy too. All right, so right now we're just gonna need this bit. So we're gonna undo 3 of these screws that hold that actuator in place. Just pull those all the way out. And try not to lose them, because you're going to need these again later. All right, so then we're going to just kind of turn that around and get it out of the way. And you're going to see that right here you got this little bar. Might be kind of hard to see there, but there's this little metal bar that goes up into this white plastic piece here. So you're going to need to pull that out. And you got to try to be careful not to break the plastic. if you want to try to fix this the way I'm about to fix it. Now, there's two ways to fix this. There's my way, and there's the right way. I'm going to show you both, all right? All right, so now we're going to just grab our little squeezer guys here, and we're going to push on the top. You can't see it, but up here on the top, you're going to see the tip of that little metal bar. All right, we're going to push down on that, and then we're going to push up on the plastic with these little squeezer jobbers. All right, so we do that, and, you know, try not to break the plastic and all that happy stuff. All right, and then pull down on the metal, push up on the plastic, and now we got the actuator out. Okay, so we'll come back up here, up onto our workbench. The nice thing about this car is got a built-in workbench right here. All right, so come on down here. Maybe look down at this little bit here. Okay, so at this point, the right fix is to order a new one of these. Okay, so you don't need to keep watching me do this silly stuff I'm about to do. All right, you just order yourself a new one of these, put it back in just like you took it out, and you're done. And your problem probably be fixed. All right. I'm not going to make any claims or resolutions or guarantees or warranties or suppositions or other things like that. I'm just going to tell you this is how I fixed my problem that I had. All right. Okay, so now the rest of you that want to fix it my way, you guys keep on watching. You're hanging out here. All right, so we're going to take this with this little guy. We're sticking in here. We're not going to pry up too hard on these, but we'll break these little plastic bits, which I guess really doesn't matter because we're not going to use this piece again. But, you know, if you're into breaking stuff, I guess you just go and break it. And if not, well, don't break it. All right, so I'm just kind of working my way around here and just kind of prying it up a little bit. Just get this guy open. We got two here on this side too. We got to do those. All right, and it should just eventually come apart just like that. All right. So we got the motor here. I'm pretty sure the motor's okay. Gears look okay. They got all their little teeth on there. They look pretty happy. All right. Then we got this little bit here. We just kind of put a screwdriver in there. Just pry that away a little bit. And then you can pull up on this bit here. Now, you can see this plastic kind of brittle, so that little piece there, it broke off, but we can fix that later. Don't worry about that. All right, so now we can pull this gear up. We can pull this gear off and get rid of that. All right, so here's where the problem is, since we're here, and I can tell you. All right, if you look at this and you see it's real dirty, and you clean it off, and you don't see these little lines here, it all is just solid black all the way around, then you could probably put it back together and it might work all right for you. But my problem is it's got these little scratches in there for where it's been turning and dancing and moving around and just scratched away that black stuff. That's probably some sort of special space suit engine transmitting thing that moves the electrical something around. Yeah. So anyways, because that's all scratched up like that, you can't move the electricity into the parts where it needs to go through these little guys here. So so this thing's junk. So we're gonna do our little fix to make this work for us, kind of the way it is. So I'm just gonna pull that piece out. It's no good to us anymore. And pull that piece out. That's no good anymore. All right, so now we got this part, and we're gonna keep this part. We're gonna stick it back in there, just like that. All right, we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna put this piece back on, like that. All right. All right, now you see I got a little piece of paper in there to hold in that other little plastic bit that was broken. So we got to put that back in there because we don't want this falling apart and all that. So we're just gonna put that in there like that. Just click that under there, and then just shove a little something in there. You know, I got a napkin. You could use some bubble gum, or maybe you got some old tar bits or something you want to put in there. I don't know what you got, but just shove a little something in there just to hold that little plastic piece in that direction. And now what we got is we got a manual system. So instead of electronicals moving the stuff around, jiggling, twirling and whatnot, we're just going to use our hands like, you know, like the Flintstones and stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to need this guy again, and I'm going to need this guy again, and we're not going to put this half bag on, but you probably want to save this, because if you go selling the car again, Ma and Pa Kettle that are buying your car might not want to reach under here every time they want to switch from hot to cold and cold to hot. So you might want to buy one of these later on to fix it up. So don't lose this parts, because then you know what to order for when you want to clean it up, fix it up, get it right. Okay, so back under we go. Alright, so there's this little nub right here. You probably didn't notice when you pulled it off because it just fell right out. But this needs to go up in a slot of this arm right here. Okay? And this is actually what switches the hot to the cold right here. Okay? So there's a little slot right there in that little long white piece. And this pin needs to go up in that slot. And then we got this bar here, and it's got its own little nub sticking up there. So you want to put that nub up in this hole. But it goes in from this side, the gear side. Okay? So it's a little tricky, but you'll get it, right? I got faith in you. All right, so you put that up in there from this direction. All right, so the way I did it was, I got the little lever on my side, and then I just put that down in there like that, and it just kind of stayed by itself, which is pretty nice, because I only got one hand that fits in there. And now, you see I'm kind of doing the reverse of what I did first. I put the bottom jaw of the little squeezer dealers on the metal, and then the top jaw just goes on the plastic, and then it boop squeezed it right up in there. All right, so now we can turn that around a little bit, and we're gonna find that little slot, and we're gonna stick this into that slot. All right, then while we're pushing that up in the slot, we're just going to kind of bring this part into position that it originally was in, and then put our screws back in. And I'm trying to do this quickly too. I don't want to do any fancy video editing like some of those YouTube stars do. And I apologize, because I know it's kind of boring just watching me turn this ratchet. It's a racket. That rhymes. Kinda. Okay, so we got one more screw here. And just screw that in there. I guess that's why they call it a screw, because you gotta screw the screw. It's a pretty good idea. Too bad I didn't think of that myself. Alright, so we're almost done here. All right. Okay, so those guys are all tight. And now, when you want to change from hot to cold and cold to hot, you just turn this guy right here till you meet a little bit of resistance. Don't try and turn it like you're trying to kill it, you know. But just turn it one way or the other. You'll figure it out. When it's hot, you know you got it in the hot direction. When it's cold, it's in the cold direction. All right, and this ain't gonna plug back in. Sorry about that. But you put the one that you order that's brand new back in there, and then you can plug it back in, and it should work like magic. All right, let's go check it out. All right, so now this sorry about that. This ain't gonna do no good here. This ain't gonna change anything. So you turn that all the way hot, all the way cold, and it ain't gonna do you a lot of good. But this will change from hot to cold when you turn this down here. All right, so now I feel cold air. So if I want hot air, I'm gonna turn that the other direction. And you can turn this too, and that might do something under there, some sort of magic. Maybe turn the little discombobulator, but anyways, now I got hot air, and that works. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good day.